Guys, I just want to firstly apologize for the lack of a video in the past couple of days. I was really waiting for something new to develop in the tech world after the Boston Marathon bombing, but all of the news reports that I read and all the news reports that I saw over technology news has basically just been about the Boston Marathon bombing, whether it's about Twitter posts that have been made throughout the Manhunt investigation and Boston Marathon bombing, and whether or not investigation should be crowdsourced, and basically just the impact that the media has had on the Boston Marathon bombings. So I'm back, guys, and I'm going to try and mangle some of the things that I've read in the past couple of weeks into somewhat of a good quality video for you guys today. So, as always, thanks for watching, and let's get started. One of the more interesting things that I've read in the past week is about Apple revealing how long Siri keeps your data. Now, this could be very consequential because when in the future I go to get a job at Apple, which is what I plan on doing at some point, getting a job at Apple, they're going to look me up and they're going to see in my history how many times I called Siri a bitch. And they're also, if that's not enough, they're going to scroll down and they're going to see how many times I asked Siri to talk dirty to me, and that's probably not going to be good on my job application. So this is kind of a sensitive topic, not only because you tell Siri sensitive things, but that other people are looking at the conversations you're having with Siri and are also saying the sensitive things that you're telling Siri, whether it's about family, whether it's about businesses, or whether it's about giving out your home address or telephone numbers or whatever it may be. But the importance of this is that Apple is storing this data in order to make Siri a better personal assistance, a better thing, a better tool to use on your iOS devices. But you may just want to be careful about the things that you say to Siri. Like, you probably don't want to call her the B word, and you probably don't want to tell her to talk dirty to you. These things could eventually bite you in the butt. But no, Siri's data is stored on Apple servers for up to 2 years, just depending on what kind of conversations you've been having with Siri and whether or not the analysis fits what Apple sees Siri should be doing. So it can be stored from anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. So just be wary about what you're telling Siri, and just be wary about what you're asking Siri to do for you. Apple's chairman Eric Schmidt has been thinking a lot about our digital future and has now made 6 predictions of what he thinks we can see in digital media and in our digital future, alongside social media and other things around the web. So let's talk about these 6 predictions. The first prediction is that online privacy classes will be taught alongside sex education in some schools, and if not, most schools. Now, I can totally agree with this prediction because Eric Schmidt is a smart guy. I agree with this completely, really, because I believe that online privacy is very important. With the rise of cyberbullying and with so many younger kids, I mean, I'm only 15, but kids that are younger than my age as well, getting online and making accounts on Facebook, Twitter, even YouTube, Tumblr, Reddit, whatever social networking site you use or they use, other than MySpace, because we all know that I know that MySpace doesn't count. But anyways, this is going to be very, very important to our future because of cyberbullying and just basically all these younger kids getting onto these social media websites because of it being cool or it being the thing. So online privacy classes is and could very well be key to our future in teaching kids about important things and important lessons in life. The second prediction that Schmidt made is that by 2020, the entire world will be on the web in some sort, whether it's on a mobile phone or on an actual internet browser. Now, I can totally agree with this, and I think that this prediction is straightforward just because of the rise and the expensive things becoming more inexpensive, makes it easier for us to obtain and acquire said devices, and it just makes it easier to gather information and be able to access the internet wherever we go, whenever we want to. The third thing Schmidt says is that online cloud storage will become more prevalent and will emerge into the normal standards of today's livings. Now, I can agree with that and disagree with that for a multitude of different reasons, but I can agree with that because a lot of companies are now pushing you, especially Apple, to use such cloud storage devices, also Microsoft with their SkyDrive and things like that. And I can disagree with it because I just don't really comprehend the fact of storing data and paying to store data. I know with companies like Dropbox and also with Apple that you have to pay for a certain amount of storage in the cloud, but I can't really comprehend paying to store data in outer space or in clouds, or on big servers and big warehouses. Where is it stored? Can somebody explain to me why I have to pay for that and what that does for me? Because I don't really know. But I can agree and disagree for different reasons. Please feel free to leave your opinion or tell me what you think your opinion is on the cloud's emergence. I'm not quite sure that I understand this fourth one, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you it anyways. Eric Schmidt says that as the web expands, revolutions will begin springing up, and people are going to go against forceful and oppressive government forces. I'm not really quite sure what that understands, but I'm going to try and put it on a basis that me and you can kind of both understand. So I think what it means is just that young people, because of the fact that the web is spreading so rapidly nowadays, that younger people are going to come up with new convictions and new grievances and new ways to bring havoc and revenge to their oppressive government forces and basically spread the word of what their government is doing or why they want revenge on the government much more quickly when they have access to the web. So I don't know if you think that's what that means. Just somebody let me know and tell me. I got a lot of questions going through my head, so just somebody tell me if they know any of the answers to these questions or kind of what your opinion is on some of these predictions for the future. I can totally agree with this next one, the fifth one, that as the web expands, so does the use of the web for terroristic attacks. I say terroristic attacks, but what I really mean, or what I really think that Eric Schmidt was trying to portray, was not only terror, but not only like terrorists, but terror among the people, such as bullying, like I mentioned beforehand. And I totally agree with this. I absolutely 100% agree with this. Now let me know what you think on this, but I think that this prediction is absolutely true, because as the web expands, more people have access to do bad things on the web. Now there's a second part to this prediction that says that as the web expands also, that finding these people that are cyberbullying or that are making terroristic threats or that are causing terror and havoc and chaos among a country or a group of people will be easier to find. As we can see in the Boston Marathon bombing cases, all these pictures and digital media have a big impact and big influence on FBI investigations in the US, and I think that as this spreads worldwide, that the same things will cause and the same influences will happen in other countries and among other people as well. Eric Schmidt really seems like a guy that I could connect with, because not only the previous predictions that he's made, but this prediction in particular as well has just made Eric Schmidt so agreeable. I can agree with him so much on so many of the predictions that he's made. This next one says that as the web expands to countries and as more people are getting on Twitter and on Facebook and all these social media websites other than MySpace, that people will become, that news will become more prevalent on Twitter, on Facebook, or on whatever social media site you use for your information and for your information from your friends and family and whoever you follow, whatever you do, whoever you like, however you do it, that news will be more prevalent on these sites than it will be in and on TVs, because CNN, Fox News, whatever newscasting you watch, it takes time to get reporters or to get video from major US events or international events even. And by the time they get out reporters or they get video from these events, people on social networking sites have already talked about it, have already made their opinions on things, have already come up with conspiracy theories or whatever you like to do, have already come up with it, rationalized it through their head, and already know before CNN and stuff even gets the news report out. So it kind of makes it hard for news businesses to stay in business, because everybody can find their news on the internet. So basically, I think that eventually that newscasting will be lost from all televisions. Now let me know what you think about on these opinions and what you think about Eric Schmidt's predictions, I should say. And just tell me if you can relate to me, if you can relate to Eric Schmidt, and just what you think and maybe some of the predictions that you have for the future as well. Well, this video kind of drug on more than I wanted it to about Eric Schmidt's 6 predictions as Google chairman about the future of our digital world. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here, and I'm hoping to throw out another video at some point this week, since I owe you probably like 3 of them, like 2 tech newses and then like 1 behind the gadgets. So I'm going to throw another one out here shortly in the next couple of days, 2 or 3 days. And but as always, guys, thanks for watching. Remember that you can enter in for a chance to win this $15 iTunes gift card. I'm still trying to reach 100 subscribers, and once I reach 100 subscribers, I will give this away. So you can subscribe and do that. But as always, guys, Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next time. Hey Siri, talk dirty to me, girl.
I can't. I'm as clean as the driven snow.
God, there's nothing not to like about this babe.